Hello, folks. Hello, everyone. My name is Tim Craze, and like I promised in the community post, today I am going to be making a review on the HyperX Pulsefire Haste. I've actually had this mouse for quite a while. It's just that I remembered that I did make a review on this, but I did make a review on the Fantech Helios Go XD5, so I should probably make a review on this, considering it's the mouse I'm using now. So, to start off, I got this on sale for, I think, 70, 80 Canadian dollars from Best Buy. Normally this costed like around $120, but it wasn't such a big sale, so I decided to pick it up. And then you can kind of see here the box, right? Like, it's the box, Pulsefire Haste. You know, you have stuff on the front, stuff on the back, stuff on the sides, yada yada. It is, obviously the mouse itself, an extra pair of PTFE feet that I eventually used, the cable, the adapter, and the actual USB receiver, and some grip tape, which I eventually threw away because I fucking hate that shit. I keep trying to use them, I don't fucking like it. So, that was the thing. And that's just like a brief overview of what you get in the box. Now let me actually talk about, like, my experience with the Pulsefire. I guess how I should start this off is really the shape first, right? We can go into performance later because I think I have like a ton of Twitch clips for this, but in terms of the shape and how it fits overall for me, it's been actually quite a pleasant ride, because this shape, good. Cereal. So, the shape, comparatively to the Fantech Helios Go, as you can see, even though it's kind of like hard to see. There we go. Let's do this, I guess. You can kind of see from the Go and the XD5 that the actual grip part of the mouse that you grip, trying to get like good lighting here, but you can kind of see like bottom point here is actually very, very narrow, and that, it's an ergo mouse, right? It's a mouse that kind of forces your hand into like a position that you really need to be in, and the grip, the actual part you grip is actually very small. Come to find out on the XD5, I almost dropped it. See here, especially when I turn it around, the grip width is actually pretty wide. And also comparatively, the hump on the XD5 comparatively to the Haste is pretty pronounced, while the Haste is actually pretty, like, not like nearly flat, but like it's pretty flat, right? There's not a lot of curvature, there's not like a whole lot going on to it, and obviously it has holes, but I think the holes help, but that's an entirely different thing. And so, I wasn't really expecting to like this mouse when I first got it, because to be honest, I still stand by ergo mice. I really do. But you know, it's an ambi mouse. I don't really like ambi mice. I'm very much more of a, you know, like I said, an ergo enthusiast. Sorry, my posture is like getting fucked up, and my hair is a squeaky fucking creaky mess. But you know, everything was in order for me to hate this. I'll see if fix my mousepad position. But I was actually pleasantly surprised with this because, like other reviewers have said, this mouse is very like it doesn't force you into a certain grip style. So with my natural inclination to, what is it, to palm this, like not like palm, but like more like of like a very relaxed palm where I'm not trying to force my actual palm here to really hit anything. It just really lent itself to my hands. And my hands, if you were wondering, okay, there we go. There. So my hands are 17.5 by 9.5. So it's a very odd ratio where my hands actually end up wider than they are taller. And so that just ends up with a lot of mice not feeling very good because they're either like too long or they're too wide. But I don't know. The dimensions for this, I don't exactly know the dimensions. I didn't look them up before doing this, but the dimensions for this are actually very good where I can do my palm grip, and as I play, like it's not going to inhibit me whatsoever. What if I go like up and down, left, right, yada yada. Right, that's the whole deal with it. And so that's kind of like the in-depth explanation for the shape, kind of how I view it. And you know, let's just kind of go over the rest of this stuff. So the mouse feet, originally I was actually using IntelliMouse Explorer mouse gates with this. But I felt like that provided too much speed and not enough stopping power, like aftermarket core pad stuff. So I just went back to the stock skates. And honestly, they're really good. Like, I've owned quite a few mice over the years. These are really some of the best I've had. Not like the best, but like middle of the pack, I would say. Because they're not nearly as bad as the Jewel Skull, what is it, stock skates, which were pretty fucking horrendous that I had to get aftermarket skates. And then like they're not like Viper mini skates, which were actually really good. I just hated the shape. And even the XT5 here has aftermarket IntelliMouse Explorer skates because even those were like pretty decent, more like actually middling, but I just didn't feel I had the speed for it. So that's the what is it, skate part. And I mean, we can talk about the buttons, right? The buttons are pretty much you got CTC golds and left and right. I don't know what the encoder is. I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to it because I don't actually typically do mouse reviews, so this is kind of new to me. But like, these feel good. These feel really nice. There is, on my copy at least, I don't know if it's the same for everybody else, but you can kind of see there is some side-to-side play here, but it's nothing that gets in the way while playing the game. I don't think, yeah, there's basically nothing for the scroll wheel, and very nice defined scroll steps as I play. Not once have I hit the DPI button here, but I still hate that it's here in the first place. Like, I know why it's there. I just still don't like having DPI buttons on top anyways. The side buttons have a little bit of pre-travel on my copy, but it's not like I'm used to some side buttons having like a lot of pre and post travel, so it's literally like whatever. And just, I mean, like overall, like the whole build quality and everything, like I can squeeze this thing. It's not gonna creak or anything. It's not gonna flex. There's no rattling, no coil whine. Like, I've genuinely had a good time. And the weight of, I think, 60 grams, 62 grams, been phenomenal. The last mouse I used was obviously again the XT5, and I was having quite a hard time with that because I don't know, like it was just much more dense, more densely packed with that 72 grams. Where with this, like, it feels a lot more spread out. I mean, it kind of shows where if I pick it up, there's not like directly in the middle. Like, it's not leaning to one side, whereas if I start moving like slightly forward or like slightly backwards, like it'll actually start leaning that way. Like, it's actually very like center bound, which is really nice. And so, I mean, if you watch me on Twitch regularly, I bet like most people don't. When I play Gundam Evolution, like you'll see that like I've had pretty much a fantastic time with the Pulsefire Haste wireless. It's not necessarily elevate my play, but it's with the combination of doing an aim trainer and just genuinely getting better at the game I play. Gundam Evolution, like, it's helped me elevate my play because I don't have to think about the mouse. I don't have to think about the mouse fighting me at every single turn. I don't have to deal with any of that. Now, if anything, I had to worry about my stupid Hayate Otsu fighting me because it's like fucking like a year, 2 years old, and like I need to replace it. So yeah, this honestly has been such a great purchase, and if I didn't already have this, I'd probably honestly get the Pulsefire Haste 2. Because I have this though, I'm not going to get the Pulsefire Haste 2 because that's kind of a waste of money. I don't see any reason to upgrade to that when the 3335, despite everybody's problems with it, is being fine. Like, it still performs well. Like, anybody who's played with me can say, like, I'm not really missing anything or like whatever because of the sensor. It's mostly human error. Also, by the way, don't update the firmware on this. There's a 4.0.1.7 firmware that this mouse can update the firmware to. Don't do that. It actually like wrecks your what is it? Your pulling rate, makes things like very like weird, and like it feels as if you have like permanent, what is it, mouse acceleration, and not the good kind like raw accel. Like, it's really bad, really noticeable, and it's just generally not good. If you have updated your firmware to that version, there is a way to revert back. It just kind of involves like temporarily breaking your mouse so that you can update so that you can flash the previous firmware. It's really stupid, but like, this is a really old mouse, and again, if you really wanted to grab this mouse, just grab the Haste 2. It's more expensive, but like, you know, that's legitimately got like good tech, and I doubt it has issues. It's just, again, I already have this and it's been working fine. Also, the holes actually help me because I'm a pretty sweaty gamer, so it actually helps ventilate a lot of stuff that does happen with my hands. Anyway, this is like a 15-minute video, and I pretty much put it all as succinctly as I could. So yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do the YouTuber thing. I have a Twitch. You can watch me on there. I'll put it in the description. I have a Twitter. I rarely use that. I have a Discord. I'm starting to rarely use that only because I'm building a team, so that's a thing. But otherwise, I pretty much just kind of stream whenever and I just kind of do whatever. And so until next video, whether that be a montage or another review, which will be coming soon anyways, because again, new mousepad, the PureTrack P51 Mustang. I will see you all later.